okay.
What is it?
No.
Welcome back to the channel. Initially this video was about to be aimed for solo players, but some things may be also useful for people that team already, or some bunch of friends playing non-full squad. I've spent countless hours playing solo since CS2. Whether you like it or not, Counter-Strike is a team-based game, and you can't win alone, especially on the CT side.
Bomb has been planted.
What? To play together you need to communicate. Without it, the match changes into a guessing game and a huge clown fiesta of tilt, suffering and pain. Nobody cares if your English isn't perfect. As you can hear, neither is mine. But the key is to pass the information. Any info, even with broken English, is way better for everyone than dead silence. Silence kills games. Learn some callouts, but even left, right, 1, 2 is sometimes enough. If you want to win, you need to communicate. Don't be afraid. I'm going to walk through a few examples of a bad and good info, focusing on what to call, how to call, what not to call, and finally some basic communication tips. I will try to make it quick, cutting all the unnecessary stuff around, so without further yapping, let's get into it. First thing, if you are on a TeamSpeak and don't communicate with other team members using the CS voice chat, you are the problem. We do have a built-in feature to speak through a game. Use it for God's sake. Well, that one is kinda obvious, isn't it? You see the enemy, you report it. You see the util, you report it. You see or hear a lot of enemies pushing towards you, you go back because that's not the fight you can win. But always let people know what is going on. What you don't see is as important, if not more important, than what you see. Because it leaves gaps, a space that the enemy can just push through and get control. When you're smoked, your team needs to be aware of that, so they can position properly without being exposed to that gap. Even if you go from window to connector or mirage, call it, as there's this few seconds when enemy can sneak up from under to connector.
Terrorists win.
This one is very simple, but you will be surprised how often people don't call it. If you are leaving teammate alone on site, let him know about it, so he can reposition for solo defense. Don't just expect people to rotate based on what you see. We can't see or hear what's going on at your end of the map. If you want people to rotate, call it. Don't assume they will come. Unless there's already bomb planted or clear call that it's an exec and you saw the bomb, there's no reason to do so. When you get flashed or you're reloading, it's good to call, so the guys know they are defending without you temporarily. And call your flashes. Really, I cannot stress enough how important it is, and how often people are just randomly throwing the flashes at the enemy instead of where they will be looking. That's insane. Just call your flashes. I'm sure there's a number of other examples that your team needs to be aware of that I didn't mention. Let me know in the comments what did I forget. In terms of giving info, two main things seems to be the most important. Where and how many. Then some extras like where are they going, did you or did you not see the bomb, are they pushing, if they are low, do they have a full buy or just the pistols, and so on. And don't be afraid that you are not sure. If you say at least 2, it's clear indication that they might be even 4 or a full squad, but you are not sure, you just saw 2. Some maybe or I think are okay, as long as you don't throw them all the time. And it's not a poetry. You are not writing a book. They may potentially be considering an execute towards bombsite Bravo. If you gentlemen fancy coming to aid me during the defense of this fine location, I'll be thrilled. Well, you're dead and the bomb gets planted before you even finish that sentence. Keep it clear, simple and fast. No overcomplicating, no unnecessary noise. Just the info your team actually needs. He's low, cheater, help me Green. Green, what are you doing?
Green, what's your problem, Green? What is your problem? Missile alone ramp, missile alone ramp.
That is not an info, that's noise and it helps no one. And especially the last one causes unnecessary tension in the team. And believe me, during the match you will have enough tension, no need to add more. Calling his low is fine, but only after you say where and how many. On its own, it's just a noise. Do not overreact. If you saw 2 players, don't just scream all A, all A.
All A, all A. All A.
Window.
Still window up. And one short.
All A, all A.
Even if you saw 4 people, still don't. Only call all A if you are clearly C and counted all 5. Otherwise you're just feeding your team with the bad information.
Palace. One is Palace. Last Palace.
And the enemy lurker would thank you for that, catching rotating teammates with their pants down.
Short. Yes.
Dead men tell no tales. You had your chance, you died, now shut up. Don't need to remind people that they have nade, smoke, molly or 8 bullets. I'm quite sure they do have the monitor too and they can see it. Unless you clearly see some enemy just blinking in the corner which you think your guy didn't see, then you can just throw short you saw him.
Don't worry.
I think he's CT.
From the UK, you get free healthcare.
He is.
You saw him,
He's in the library.
You saw.
I didn't.
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 You saw him,
He's in the library.
I didn't.
Yes, this video is 9 years old, but it still happens today because of the difference in what you see and what the spectators see.
So what you see is...
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Bottom line, don't float comms, don't tell your teammate, and don't turn yourself into a background noise. You don't need to be a talker, you can be a man of action, like Ferb.
He's more of a man of action.
No need for long conversation or making friends mid-match. Short, clear info about what's happening on your part of the map is what really matters, especially on the city side. The CS built-in voice chat is push to talk by default, so if you are just pushing the button only to
Just defuse. How much you take the fucking time to defuse? Bro.
well, you are the problem. And I get the frustration, I really do. You can't imagine how many times I just face-palmed. I'm sure many people did when they saw me losing a clutch. But the point is, do that muted. They say the silence is golden. In this case, the silence is a chance. You should take that chance. Even something small like genuine nice try can help. Not the sarcastic version, the real one. You don't want someone to mentally check out after one mistake. If they do, you're basically stuck with a 4v5 for the rest of the game. Oh, and if you have a mic, but you use it only once per match just to tell GG or call someone an idiot, you can just basically go uninstall the game and consider playing something single player like Tetris.
Be water, my friend.
You will have to adapt a bit to how the voice chat is. When people are talkative, don't worry to just keep talking. Even friendly trash talk is good. I have been in countless matches when the team was just trashing each other in a friendly, non-toxic way. And I don't know about you, but for me that really boosts up the overall morale and fun from the game. But if your team is super focused and tryhard group that only calls information, you don't want to drift away. It's also good, but keep it that way. Don't try to be the showman. Read the room. This is probably the hardest part of communication. At some point your teammates start looking for a scapegoat.
Come on, guys. We can do this. If you wake up, then yeah, we can. I will, I promise.
Why you not this, why you not that, and all that kind of stuff.
Lol. You're always the last. You can go do something now.
That's your clue to shift the focus away from blame onto the next round. I won't go super deep into that because it gets complex, but general idea is simple. Deflect and redirect. The moment you hear the argument starts, you can jump in with something practical for next round. Next round I will smoke X, can you smoke Y? Okay, let's try to fight mid next round. Basically give them something else to think about. The next round is the easiest anchor, and it will like naturally pull the attention forward. And yes, it is like managing the keys, but it works. You are not trying to win the argument, you are trying to win the game. It won't always work, especially if people are already fully tilted.
Okay, relax.
But it's always worth trying. After it died, you can still hear and see for some time. Use it.
Terrorists win.
Even just counting out loud gives your team valuable context. The agent skins are paid to lose. If you see one guy picking you, you call one mid. But if you see a one guy with different skin picking you now, you can easily say that there's two mid. Which in case you are playing 2vx, you know where the full team is. And it would not happen when they both use the default skin. And do not be afraid to ask for the information you need. You will many times hear somebody just calling. It is not to be an ass, it's to grab the information from the people. Sometimes they just need to be pinged to pong you back. And it's totally fine to just ask for the information that you need. Do we have mid? Is anybody watching con? Can they be apps? Do we have the banana? This is just normal communication. You can ask for the information and it's totally fine. And one super important thing that I wish all my teammates were following. If you have a teammate that is even slightly toxic and starting to rage, here is the mute button. Don't be afraid to use it. No second chances. The second chance would only trigger you again, and that's what we want to avoid. And there is also this command, which I think everyone should be using. Besides being triggered, I don't think there's anything useful that enemy team can provide on the chat, so there is no point of reading their messages. At the end of the day, good comms aren't about talking more. They are about saying the right things at the right time. Yes, we do have the radar. You can see the dots, question marks there, and there's a lot of information. But you can't expect your teammate to rely on the radar alone just because you don't feel like talking. Don't be afraid of calling. Any info is better than no info. Dead men tell no tales. Let people play.
Go. Bomb is outside. Bomb is out.
Go.
Bomb has been planted.
Behind you.
Ramp.
If there's only one thing that you will get out of this video is this: don't be an ass. Not because we are one big family and we need to love each other. No. Forget that. But if you actually want to win, you need people. You need them talking to you, engaging with you, and being useful. If you annoy them right at the start, they will just shut you out, and you've already lost a resource. So do that from selfish reasons. You want to succeed, and that means keeping people willing to communicate with you. And as always, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.